So this was a video of a speech. So now RFK Jr. gave a speech in New Hampshire the other day, which son of a gun, if I had more time, I'd like to show that because it was amazing. But there was a speech given by JFK on a similar topic, and I think you're going to like it, and I think everybody should see it. So let's play it.
I have therefore chosen this time and place to discuss a topic on which ignorance too often abounds, and the truth too rarely perceived, and that is the most important topic on earth, peace. What kind of a peace do I mean, and what kind of a peace do we seek? Not a Pax Americana, enforced on the world by American weapons of war, not the peace of the grave or the security of the slave. I am talking about genuine peace, the kind of peace that makes life on earth worth living, the kind that enables men and nations to grow and to hope and build a better life for their children. Not merely peace for Americans, but peace for all men and women. Not merely peace in our time, but peace in all time. I speak of peace, therefore, as the necessary, rational end of rational men. I realize the pursuit of peace is not as dramatic as the pursuit of war, and frequently the words of the pursuers fall on deaf ears, but we have no more urgent task. First, examine our attitude towards peace itself. Too many of us think it is impossible. Too many think it is unreal. But that is a dangerous, defeatist belief. It leads to the conclusion that war is inevitable, that mankind is doomed, that we are gripped by forces we cannot control. We need not accept that view. Our problems are man-made. Therefore, they can be solved by man, and man can be as big as he wants. No problem of human destiny is beyond human beings. Man's reason and spirit have often solved the seemingly unsolvable, and we believe they can do it again. So let us persevere. Peace need not be impractical, and war need not be inevitable. By defining our goal more clearly, by making it seem more manageable and less remote, we can help all people to see it, to draw hope from it, and to move irresistibly towards it. No government or social system is so evil that its people must be considered as lacking in virtue. As Americans, we find communism profoundly repugnant as a negation of personal freedom and dignity. But we can still hail the Russian people for their many achievements in science and space, in economic and industrial growth, in culture, in acts of courage. Among the many traits the peoples of our two countries have in common, none is stronger than our mutual abhorrence of war. Almost unique among the major world powers, we have never been at war with each other, and no nation in the history of battle ever suffered more than the Soviet Union in the Second World War. At least 20 million lost their lives. So let us not be blind to our differences, but let us also direct attention to our common interests and the means by which those differences can be resolved. And if we cannot end now our differences, at least we can help make the world safe for diversity. For in the final analysis, our most basic common link is that we all inhabit this small planet. We all breathe the same air. We all cherish our children's futures. And we are all mortal.
There you go. Can you imagine hearing a speech like that today? Well, there was one, but it was from his nephew. RFK Jr. gave that speech in New Hampshire. And maybe we'll put that speech up later this week. Yeah, maybe we'll do that, because that was a really important speech also. There you go. That's why they killed him, right? Because he wasn't going along with the war machine. He wouldn't invade Cuba. He wouldn't send combat troops to Vietnam. And then they killed him. And that's that. And they killed his brother, and they killed Martin Luther King, and they killed Malcolm X. And boy, things got really, everybody got in line for the next half of a century for sure, huh? They all did war. They all crushed the worker. They all did the bidding of the corporation and the oligarchy. And here we are, the richest country in the world where half the people can't afford a $400 emergency. And that's why they'll kill anybody who won't do war. They'll kill anybody who tells you the truth. And that's why Bernie Sanders, he didn't want to get killed. Which is why he lies for the establishment now. Isn't that nice? Hey, I could sympathize with him. I don't want to get killed either. Hey, come see us on tour. We'll be in Baltimore, San Francisco, Huntington Beach, Rosemont, and Chicago, Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, New York City, Pottstown, Pennsylvania, Stamford, Connecticut, and more, and St. Louis. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all our tickets for all our shows.